Camp Hero on Long Island's Montauk, New York is considered the East Coast's Area 51. The now decommissioned underground laboratories sit under 755 sprawling acres of beautiful land. On September 18, 2002, the land was opened to the public as Camp Hero State Park. However, the rooms that lie beneath the state park are still off limits along with their secret past. The Camp Hero State Park offers some of Long Island's most beautiful scenery and summertime fun. The district, however, has not been able to subdue rumors of its darker past.
GlobalBazaar.com.
Stories about the Montauk Project have been circulating since the early 1980s, and the allegations described are akin to the better-known conspiracy theory of the Philadelphia experiment. On October 28, 1943, the Philadelphia experiment claimed that an entire Navy ship was rendered invisible to enemy devices, with dire consequences for some of the crew. However, according to Preston Nichols, author of the series Montauk Project, all rumors about the befuddled experiment began at the base on Montauk. On September 1, 1939, Germany invaded Poland, starting World War II, the deadliest military conflict to date. From 1939 to 1945, 30 countries would take more lives and destroy more land around the globe than any previous war. Technology played a significant role in how World War II developed. Fueled by suspicions that Nazi Germany had conducted research and acquired extraterrestrial knowledge of quantum physics, the race was on. Located at the coordinates 41 north, 3 east, Camp Hero's radar frequency was said to be the most favorable to start US involvement in this type of research. So, with the off-label applications of Albert Einstein's unified theory, the Montauk laboratories began investigating. Scientists began studying time travel, mind control, remote viewing, psychological warfare techniques, interdimensional portals, and teleportation. It is claimed that Einstein himself secretly supervised many of the experiments. According to some, these strange experiments did not end after the war. Preston Nichols' journals revealed repressed memories of his involvement. Nichols' writings, along with his co-author Peter Moon, became a series of books known as the Montauk Project. The 1992 series claims were mind-blowing. Secret space-time projects, alien technology, teleportation, and child abduction. The series set the framework for the successful 1943 Philadelphia experiment, which reportedly ripped a hole in the space-time continuum. The Montauk conspiracy maintains that around August 12, 1983, a time travel project at Camp Hero interlocked in hyperspace with the USS Eldridge. The USS Eldridge was trapped in hyperspace due to its experiment in 1943. Bielek and Duncan Cameron both have the same memory of leaping from the deck of the trapped USS Eldridge. The two claim to have ended up severely disoriented at Camp Hero in the year 1983. It was not until the late 80s that Bielek also came forward with recovered memories of working as a scientist on the Philadelphia experiment. Bielek went on to make many claims about his time both in 1943 and in the 80s. One such statement was that while working at Camp Hero, he lived some of the time in Los Angeles and commuted to the East Coast, he says, via a time tunnel. Despite the fantastic allegations made by so many claiming to be connected to the Montauk experiment in the 80s, the most disturbing allegation was the abduction of young children. Children as young as 4 were said to have been subjects in the Montauk experiments. Referred to as the Montauk Boys, it is said they were taken from the streets of New York City. According to Nichols, runaway kids were used so that no one would miss them, allowing the project to continue unhindered. Stewert Swerdlow of Michigan, now in his late 50s, claims to have been one of the Montauk Boys. Swerdlow describes horrific abuse in the following account given to The Sun in 2017. He said, quote, "When the experiment started, they'd target expendable boys like orphans, runaways, or the children of drug addicts. The kind of kids no one would really come looking for. The aim was to fracture your mind so they could program you. They would change the temperature from very hot to very cold, starve you, then overfeed you. I remember being beaten with a wooden pole, and they loved to hold your head underwater until you nearly drowned. That was effective. It makes a person likely to listen and to obey to their rescuer. They also used LSD to put our brains into an altered state, and let's not forget the sexual abuse." Unquote. Preston Nichols claims that the experiments were only shut down when something evil was uncovered. According to Nichols, the participants were beginning to create solid forms from the transparent veiled worlds beyond. In other words, the test subjects were starting to manifest their thoughts into reality. Nichols goes on to explain that an emergency program was activated by Duncan when a participant sitting in the Montauk chair whispered, "The time is now." With those 4 simple words, Nichols states, absolute evil was let out of the test subject's battered psyche. Nichols asserts that all of the equipment at the underground secret Montauk facility were destroyed while simultaneously removing the evil from existence. I wasn't there when the Montauk chair was shut off, but I felt it, like I had suddenly been unplugged from electricity, declared steward Swerdlow. Award-winning filmmaker Christopher Garetano examines the history of the Montauk allegations in his film The Montauk Chronicles. The more I research, the more I've begun to believe it is not so ludicrous. If kids were abducted, this needs to be investigated, Garetano told Global Bazaar in our 2016 interview. The allegations surrounding the Montauk Project are mysterious, strange, and terrifying. Though many doubt that the government would have a hand in such terrible experiments, the first-hand accounts are hard to dismiss. These experiments also force us to question our understanding of space and time. More importantly, if the government is aware of time travel and horrific abuse in the name of science, what else are they hiding from us? Thank you for listening, and I hope we were able to expand your consciousness. For more information like this, head over to globalbazaar.com.